And listen.
Okay, you are.
Okay. So there's 3 things that I would like all of you to do for me that are listening to this. 1, the next time you pass someone, say hello, how you doing, and actually wait a moment for them to respond. And if they don't, say, excuse me, how you really doing? I'm waiting to hear. And you will change that person, the trajectory of their life at that moment, actually for that entire day. Second, I want you to read more than the book that you know. Because the more you read, the more you'll understand what we've been talking about. And once you hit that enlightenment, like nirvana, it will change the trajectory of your life.
And when we say we look at how we finish off every
there you
every
go.
podcast.
Okay.
So me and you, we're on the same thing, on the
There
same tune.
you go.
And that's why I said, those who read, lead.
That's
All
right.
readers
That's
are
right.
leaders.
And then speak your truth.
Speak your truth.
Speak your truth.
And listen to, and like I said, don't blow anybody away, because one thing I made, and we're going to shut up and we're going to close off after this. When I was at NYU, we had a newsletter that we co-founded. Actually, I got impeached from Lucha, and then right as soon as we left the meeting from impeachment, we went downstairs, we sat in a circle, and we founded another organization right there on the spot. Right there on the spot, right? That's how hardcore we was. And one of the so we had a newsletter, and one of the tasks was to talk to a homeless person and get some insight. Now, me being naive, I'm thinking that homeless people are either drug addicts or drunks or whatever.
And you find out totally something
you
different.
don't even know the half. So I knew this one homeless person in the Washington Square Park area that I always see them. And so I stepped to him and I asked him, listen, I told him what I wanted to do. And if he wants, I could get him a beer. He goes, I don't drink. I don't do no drugs.
That's right.
Come to find out, the reason he was homeless because he came home one day from work and early and his wife was in his bed with another man. And some people, like I said, everybody has different thresholds.
That's right.
Some people will be like, they can do different things. They can walk away, they can kill the person right there. With this individual, his brain snapped.
I found that out in the Bowery in Manhattan when we used to go and help the homeless, and you find out you have doctors who just zoomed out because someone died or they just couldn't take the pressure anymore. You know, and that's enough. Just be kind. Which I said, know your truth and be kind. Because when you say how you doing, a person will talk to you and it's actually going to help you too. But we're all 1 second away from insanity. 5 days away from being homeless or being penniless. And when you realize that, you will salvage what you have in a much better fashion.
And some of the most interesting stories are in the least likely places that you
Exactly.
They're not in university halls, in the university buildings like that. Some of the most interesting stories are from people. And that's one of the things that this podcast is all about. Just the regular people, everyday people that have done work and that are not well known in the media and stuff, whatever. But nevertheless have done so much important work. Because again, without the people, Dr. King wouldn't be Dr. King. Without the people, Malcolm wouldn't have been Malcolm.
That's right.
Fidel, without the people, the peasants and the Cuban people, Fidel would have been nothing.
Fidel
we give them
Cuba.
Right.
Fidel I have to say this. Fidel saved Cuba because the United States was about to try and take over Cuba, so he went and became friends with Russia. That's what you do when you got a bully. You go get somebody else as a bully. You get another bully. Okay.
You know? But one thing about that, though, the thing that I always remind people is that even though they brought the Russians in, the Russians never dictated.
That's right. That's right. And when you have a dictatorship, or what you want to call a dictatorship, it's up to those people to revolt, not us, because we're outsiders. We don't have to deal with what they're dealing with, and we don't know the repercussions that they can have from outsiders coming in. When they ask for our help, then we should give the help. But you got a lot of people doing this and no action.
Okay, so on that note, where can people find you? If they want to talk to you, are you on?
If you want to become a foster adoptive parent, you can call me at 305-900-0299 or 305-469-1157. Or if you have time or you have shows and you want to give free tickets or whatever to help these kids have some normalcy and or the caregivers who are not rich, give me a call, 305-900-0299. As far as poetry, LTE, I still have poets. We're out there with touring and etc. So call me for any of those numbers. But I ask you find a heart. You have to find your own heart and your own soul before you can go out to somebody else.
Ashe. And on that note, don't forget she's a poet extra what? I can't even get the word out.
Poet extraordinaire. And I bid you
Badass poet. I'm gonna say the street style.
peace, light, and love.
Yep. So on that note,
There are some people
more power to the people. One love.
never knew but only heard of.